Our mission at Kitchen Makeovers is to become North America's largest kitchen cabinet upcycling company to help reduce the 600 million tons of construction and demolition waste that gets generated every year in North America. So as we get started here, our production assistants will come and drop off the doors here in these bins. We'll take them off these bins and load them into our racks that you see right here. And the first step to production is to wash and clean the doors. So we'll scrape out all the gunky gunk inside of them, take some brushes to clean the detail out, and then we'll use the simple green cleaning solution here, spray it on the door, and then we'll use a surf prep sander with a maroon pad on it to help clean it. After that, they'll come to this station over here where we will sand them. So here at Kitchen Makeovers, we take safety very seriously and we want to control the dust as much as possible. So first we have our Festool sanders, which control the dust at the source. So this sander right here is about $500, and then the attaching vacuum that gets attached to it is about $1,200. Our second step for our dust control is our downdraft table right here. This machine sucks all the dust down, and these downdraft tables are about $6,500. And then our last step of dust control is our overhead filter right here. So any ambient dust that's left over will get sucked up by that, and that is about $1,000. So this is our brush sander here. When we do refacing projects, we're taking brand new doors and finishing them. So the first step, we'll take those raw doors and put them through here. We'll turn the conveyor on. We have a VFD so we can speed it slower or faster. We can turn the front brushes on. Now we can see that spinning. This sander itself, I believe, was about $30,000. And the dust collector over here that's attached to it was about $3,500, I want to say. So this is our drill press. So sometimes we get doors that come in on refacing projects where we have to put a very specific custom hole for the hinge in a unique place. And this piece of equipment, I would say, is probably around $1,500. After our doors are washed and then sanded and then they get primed, the next step is to sand them so we can put our second coat of primer on. So this is where all that happens. So again, we'll re-sand the door, blow it off so there's no dust on it, so we can put it back through the Cefla Flatline machine and get our second coat of primer or top coat. So this is our Cefla Flatline machine. This unit run us about $200,000. These just control the machine. So right now we're in automatic mode. So when you put the door in, the light bar right here will sense where the door is and will only spray where the door is. So that's in automatic mode. If we go and flip it in manual mode, that means that the machine is just going to start spraying. So we've already set the machine up to dial in 5 wet mils. That's a measurement that we use to measure how much actual coating is on the door. So as the doors go through the spray machine, they'll come through the flash off area. And that's where we'll offload the doors onto a rack. To that beautiful spray door. So this machine can spray a whole rack of doors in 4 minutes if we have an onloader and an offloader, which is much faster than spraying by hand in the spray booth. So after they come off, we'll then load them into the bake room where we force dry these to cure very quickly. So these are sunspot curing panels. So typically to get a full cure, these would take anywhere from a full day typically to fully cure. This will do it in about 15 minutes. So after this has a bake cycle of 15 minutes, we can bring them back around and then spray the other side, which substantially increases our production capacity. So those doors we just sprayed through the Cefla Flatline machine have been in this bake room for about 15 minutes or so, and they're fully cured, dry to the touch, ready to sand, package, ship, whatever you want to do with them. They're fully cured now. Welcome to our paint pump section. So these are Kremlin pneumatic paint pumps. Each one of these paints to our Cefla Flatline machine. So the pump itself and the regulator is about $12,000 per pump. So there's 2 pumps here, so you can do the math on that. For anything that's too big or too small, we use our manual spray booth. So over here, we also have our main 15-to-1 pump that sprays our water-based polyurethane. And we have these other 10-to-1 pumps that spray our solvent or lacquer-based material and clear coats. And these machines, they run about $3,500 for this guy and about $2,500 for this guy. So after everything has been washed, sanded, painted, it comes on over to our quality check area. So this is all finished parts that are ready to be shipped out to our customers' houses. We have this cross light right here that helps us see any imperfections in the door. So we'll put it on the cross light, we'll inspect it to make sure there's no dust or any imperfections in the door. we'll look at the back, we'll look at every side and angle, making sure it passes our quality standards before shipping out to our customers. So once the doors are ready to go and they've passed our quality inspection, we'll put them on this little pallet and we'll have a nice little stack of doors that will then shrink wrap and then load right into our tech's van so they can take it right to their customer's house for installation day. This is our tinting facility, tinting room. We are able to tint any color in-house, which has substantially reduced our material cost, which is going to allow us to continue to grow Kitchen Makeovers. Josh is our paint wizard, paint tinting goblin.
Yeah, all of the formulas we get to make the paint are provided by Envirolec. We're able to take any color chip that you have at your home and we can send it on to them and they will make a specific match for that paint. So if you have, some artwork that's already in your house or you have a particular door that you really like, we can make that color exactly for you. It's pretty nice. I had one of these at home, but normally these have like a hand crank and my arm just got really tired. So I decided that I would build this thing so I could just stick something underneath it, turn it on and it mixes it for me. Work smarter, not harder, right? This one was like 150 bucks maybe at a garage sale. Actually, I think it was probably a lot cheaper than that. And then this, I just built this the other week, so we were having a hard time drying our color swatches without them cracking or drying too fast. So basically this whole tube will heat up and then inside I have the drawdowns of the specific color for the batch that I just made.
So that wraps up our shop tour here at Kitchen Makeovers. Nadia is going to do a tour of our van and show you on site at one of our job sites.
Basically all our on-site team needs is the supplies to do the job. So paper, tape, and plastic. We need our poles to make our containment wall. This area over here is actually where we load the doors and drawers. So we'll actually stack them here on a pallet inside, just to be easy to remove and in and out. This is really where a lot of our success happens, is through our Festool tools here. So right here we have the sander, the Festool sander, which actually just attaches right to our vacuum. So it basically extracts a bunch of the dust for us. These run up pretty high too. This is about $700 just for the sander alone. Here we've got our vacuum attachment. So anything that we use on site, these are the attachments that we need to clean up. And we've got just little supplies that we need on site. So gloves, fast caps, some glue, we've got some rollers, some touch-up brushes. We've got just the small tools that we need, 5-in-1 X-Acto knife, a level, a hammer, really just the basic stuff that we need to be able to do our jobs. This vacuum here, it's a HEPA vacuum. It also utilizes for our sander as well. This unit is about $1,000. The only thing really missing is our spray machine. So those are the only things that are not loaded in here, which our on-site team will bring to the job when they go to spray. Now that you've seen inside our van, we're gonna head off to a job site so you can see more of our process. So this is day one of the day 4 process, and what that entails really is just confirming the details with the customer and making sure that we confirm the colors, we have to confirm the hardware with them, if they want any new hardware, and we make sure that all our supplies are brought in on day 1 so that our team can come in and get the work done for day 2. So now we're going to start by taking off all the doors and drawers. So we like to keep everything separate, the same sort of handles together. That way there's no confusion for the staff. They know where everything goes back together. In this case, the customer's reusing their hardware, so we don't have to purchase any new hardware or fill any holes. We're just going to put the existing stuff right back on. So I've just finished loading everything back in the van. We've confirmed the colors with the customer. We've got all their hardware and all their doors and drawers. I'm going to head myself back to our facility in Aldergrove, where we'll unload the van, we'll take all the doors and drawers out, and our shop team will get started on washing and sanding and the refinishing process for the doors.
So when we first started Kitchen Makeovers, we obviously didn't have all this equipment here and this amazing shop that we now do have. When we first started, we were actually spraying all the doors and drawers on site at our customers' houses, and that's how we started this business. And we've slowly just expanded our business from there. But if you're interested in the refinishing industry, the barrier is pretty small. You need a paint pump and some paint and some sandpaper, and you can get started. We actually painted our first set of cabinets on our customer's front lawn, and that's actually how Kitchen Makeovers was founded.